Hello everyone, welcome back to another Rap Hour reaction. Today we have Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat versus Bison from Street Fighter. People who steal souls and use them as their powers. Alright, this is by Titanium1208. Their channel, as well as the original video, will be linked in the description. And if you have anything you want me to react to, go ahead and comment in the comment section. I read every single comment. That being said, let's hit the vibe. This one is a Mortal Kombat.
A fateful battle, it seems it has
Hold on. 360 is the max.
begun. I'm no simple sorcerer, you better run. Or write another loss on the list, it's sure long though. A hyper turbo champion, ultra super combo. Your body is weak and your mind is no better. You're such a trendsetter for the twist villain ender. For so long you kept your dignity intact, in fact, until Akuma laid you out with one single attack.
Bah, you think that
It's true. Yep.
A fateful battle, it seems it has begun.
A fateful battle, it seems that has begun.
I'm no simple
sorcerer. He's not a simple sorcerer. He uses souls instead of other magics.
sorcerer, you better run. Or write another loss
Or write another loss on the list.
on the list, sure long though.
It's sure long though. He has had a lot of losses.
A hyper turbo champion,
A hyper turbo champion. Hyper turbo combo.
an
Ultra super combo, of course. The combos in Street Fighter.
combo. Your body is weak.
Your body is
Weak and your mind is
no better, saying you're stupid.
no better. You're such a trendsetter
You're such a trendsetter
for the
twist villain ender. Of course, he's the main villain until Akuma comes around. He's being the twist villain, I guess.
villain ender. For so long you kept your
For so long, you
Dignity
kept your dignity intact.
attack, in fact, until Akuma laid
you
you out with
one single attack. Well, to be fair, it was the Tatsui no Hado that laid him out, not Akuma himself. It was the demon attack thing where he floats over and it kills you. It also happened while Bison was distracted by you, so I don't know about that.
one single attack.
bah, you think that oaf could keep me slain? I'll just take a new body, reappear in a new game. Here's a lesson, don't mess with the boss above your league. You ruled in one game, my shadow looms over my series. But I've seen your new feats, you've improved with practice. Hear the crowd and a reboot to reclaim your status. And so much betrayal to get ahead of the roster. You had the power in your hand, but you couldn't play smarter.
Can't even use full power. Single attack.
Bah, you think
That
oaf could keep me
keep me slain. Of course, he did come back.
slain? I'll just take a new
body,
reappear in a
appear in a new game. Yeah.
new game. Here's a lesson, don't mess
Here's a lesson. Don't
with the boss above
a boss above your league.
your league. You ruled in one
game.
my shadow looms over
My shadow looms over my series. Kinda, he's been overshadowed by a few villains, honestly.
my series. But I've seen your new feat.
But I've seen your new feat.
You've improved with
practice.
Hear the crowd and a
Need a crown and a reboot
to reclaim your
to reclaim your status. Of course, you needed the crown and also a reboot, of course, to become powerful, I guess.
status. And so much betrayal
betrayal
get ahead of the
to get ahead of the roster. Of course, he betrays a lot of people to get ahead.
roster. You had the power in your hand,
You had the power,
but you couldn't play
so you couldn't play smarter, so you lost it.
smarter.
Can't even use full power cause your body can't keep up. How will you defend from me when things begin to heat up? You were never a ruler, I've killed elder gods in time. Take your moves, fill your boots, your soul is mine.
This encounter made you but you couldn't play smarter.
Can't even use full power
Can't even use
because your body can't
your body can't keep up. I think that was something from either the comic or the cartoon.
keep up. How will you defend
How will you defend
from me when things
begin to heat up? When things begin to heat up, when I begin to go like full out on you, you can't defend yourself because you can't keep up.
begin to heat up? You were never a
You were never a ruler.
I've killed elder gods
I've killed elder gods in time. He did.
in time. Take your moves, fill
Take your moves, fill your boots, I'll take your soul.
your boots, your soul.
Soul is mine. Of course, fill your boots, your soul Says it spelled there. Your boot soul.
This encounter makes you cower to a new psycho's power. Whether it's pure good or evil, any soul I'll devour.
I spit acid at a moment's
Okay, well, going back and forth. Here we go. This encounter makes you cower.
To a new psycho.
To a new psycho's power. He's calling himself a psycho, even though he doesn't see himself as a psycho, which is weird. But psycho power. That's what M. Bison has. He has psycho power.
Power. Whether it's pure good or
Whether it's pure good or
evil, any soul I'll
devour. He'll devour any soul just to get strong.
devour.
I spit acid at a moment's notice.
Freeze your body from head to toe.
Crush your organs with sheer focus. And then melt your bones. Grind you heavily, steadily, like you did Charlie Nash.
Was a part of the fighters you seem to mismatch.
But there is one hero who can always beat you. How many times must you lose to that mortal Ryu?
You claim to see
Okay. I like how he changed. A little confusing. I spit acid at a moment's notice.
Acid at a moment's notice.
Freeze your body from head
Freeze your body from head to
to toe.
Crush your organs with sheer
Crush your organs with
focus.
sheer
And melt your bones.
and then melt your bones.
Grind you heavily, steadily,
John, you heavily
like you did Charlie Nash.
like you did Charlie Nash. Hold on. Okay, so Charlie Nash is like the half zombie, half human guy. Charlie Nash, I think this is how he got his body, the zombie half in the first place. He was like crushed under like mountain rocks in water, so he kind of drowned.
Nash.
was a part of the fighters.
He was part of the fighters. Oh. Got stuff on my mind.
You seem to mismatch.
You seem to mismatch.
But there is one
But there is one
hero who can always
who could always beat.
beat you. How many times
How many times
must you lose to that mortal?
that mortal Ryu? You are like a god. You lose to a mortal. Sadly, I think Shang could say the same. Honestly, he lost to mortal. I think, right? No, never mind.
Mortal Ryu.
You claim to see me as repetitious derangement? Your losses to Liu Kang are delicious entertainment. I am not the leader who you should second guess. You follow a fool who lost to a monk. Yes! The same garbage who took your soul and lied to give a meager power boost to his resurrected wife. In the second reboot, you sell snake oil from a store shelf. Such an absurd coward. You even betrayed yourself.
Your horrible writing.
Claim to see me as repetitious.
You claim to see me as repetitious derangement. You claim to see me as repetitive.
Derangement? Your losses to Liu
Your losses to Liu
Kang are delicious.
are delicious entertainment. So he's saying, I lost to Ryu, you lost to Liu Kang, we are kind of the same, but Liu Kang had powers when he beat Shang Tsung. Ryu had powers too, actually. But Ryu was still immortal. They're both mortal, I'm pretty sure.
Delicious entertainment. I am not the leader
I am not the leader
who you should
who you should second guess.
second guess. You follow a fool
You follow a
who lost to a monk.
who lost to a monk. Shao Kahn lost to a monk. He lost to Raiden. Lost to Kung Lao. He lost to Liu Kang. He lost to almost everyone.
Yes! The same garbage who
The same garbage
took your soul and
your soul and life. Shao Kahn did that, yeah.
lied to give a meager power boost
To give it
to his resurrected
to his resurrected wife. Yeah, he loves his wife, bro.
wife. In the second reboot, you saw
In the
snake
second-
oil
You sell snake oil from a store shelf. Really?
from a store shelf. Such an absurd coward.
Such an
You even betrayed
You even betrayed yourself. Damn. It's kind of true.
yourself.
Your horrible writing used to have you at the epicenter. Introduced a story mode that's never surpassed its predecessor. So small compared to me, you can't commit prime crimes. You're a planted white crook, I conquer whole time. I survived for centuries, stood above the other gods. You're such an evil child, start playing with his little doll. Take a moment, slow down, maybe stop to smell the roses. I'm a host, you're a ghost, leaving JP to close this. Balrog and Vega left you hanging, had to realign your aim. You're swapping out walnuts like you're swapping out names. Compared to my accomplishments, you're not even average. You expect people to unite under a dictator so savage.
Of course. You even betrayed yourself.
Your horrible writing
Your horrible writing
used to have you at the
have you up at the epicenter. It's true.
epicenter. Introduced a story
Introduced the story
mode
mode
that's never surpassed its
that's never surpassed its predecessor. Of course, they're saying that the first story mode was better than every single other story mode that you've done.
predecessor. So small compared to me,
So small compared to me.
you can't commit prime
You can't commit prime crime.
crimes. You're a planet-wide
You're a planet-wide
crook.
I've conquered whole timelines, which is true.
a whole time. I survived for centuries.
I survived.
Stood above the
other
gods. You're such an evil
You're such an evil
child.
Stop playing with his little dolls. Playing with lives like they were little dolls, which is kind of what he did.
with his little doll. Take a moment.
Slow
down. Maybe stop the
smell the roses.
Smell the roses. I'm a host. You're
I'm a host. You're a
a
ghost.
ghost. Leaving
JP to close this. Hold on. Looked up who JP was in Street Fighter. No clue who the hell this is. He looks cool. He looks like an old Santa.
JP to close this. Balrog and Vega
Balrog and Vega
left you hanging. Had to
realign your aim.
realign your aim. You're swapping out.
You're swapping out.
Well, it's like you're swapping out.
Like you're swapping out names. Of course, Balrog and Vega. Balrog being the boxer guy. Vega being from Spain, the beautiful guy who he loves his face and shit. Swapping out names. Hold on. Okay, he was called Mike Bison. Of course, that was not good for Mike Tyson's law team, and so they kind of sued him, and then they changed the name to M. Bison.
Compared to my accomplishments, you're not even average.
You're not even average.
You expect people to unite under a dictator.
Under a dictator so savage. M. Bison is basically a massive dictator.
So savage.
Of course! I bring pain to any fighter that desires it. When it comes to crossovers, I rule as king with an iron fist. Before an interference, you had suffered in silence, needing Quan Chi so often, such a deadly reliance. You use armies to command, your plan barely gets far. Not as bad as losing to a mortal with literal plot armor. Can't keep memory of your moves, thrown together by designers. Your best attacks are stolen from much better fighters.
Alright.
So savage.
Of course!
I bring pain to any fighter that desires
any fighter that desires it. When it comes to
crossovers,
I rule as king.
I rule as king with an iron fist. Hold on. I believe that's a reference to King from one of them. Hold on. It's from Tekken, which I believe they did have a little crossover. And also Iron Fist is from Marvel. They did Marvel vs. Capcom. You get that.
King with an iron fist.
Before an interference.
You had suffered in silence.
Needing Quan Chi so often. He's like another warlock.
Often such a deadly.
It's a deadly reliance. Even with armies to command.
And your plan
barely gets
far. Not as bad as losing to a mortal with literal plot.
Armor.
Can't keep memory of your moves.
Thrown
together by
designers. Don't get that one. Sorry, I don't play either of these games. I just like the characters.
Your best attacks are stolen from much better fighters.
From much better fighters. Alright. Okay. This is pretty good. I like it. Can't really say who won, in all honesty. I really don't know. The original video, as well as Titanium 120H's channel, will be linked in the description. Go support them in any way you possibly can. And if you have anything you want me to react to, go ahead and comment in the comment section. I already have a single comment. With that being said, boom, boom, boom.